This is crazy, man. Hi there, pretty people. Hi, people who make money. It looks like the crypto market is getting closer and closer to a turning point. There seems to be something in the air, but we have some bad news for crypto buyers. Also, we just recently talked about a place where everyone might move. We'll also talk about some statements that crypto experts are making. We'll also talk about that. We're going to look at Shiba Inu and the joke coins to see what's going on. I only ask that you smile at me so that I can spread good vibes. It's time to start, so hit that like button hard. Shiba Inu is now at 1870, which is 2.5% more than it was. Bitcoin almost hit the 69,000 mark earlier today, but has stepped back a bit. It was over 68,000 pulled back and it's now at 67,565. The crypto market as a whole is only up 0.5% today. The crypto market isn't going crazy right now. But there are a lot of people who smell bad, right? It has a faint smell. You have 10% more bonk. Doge went up almost 10%, but it also went down a little here. Not everyone is going up though. You have AVEX, which is down a bit today. You have SUI, which was down earlier today, but then went up a lot. I do have another job opening on SUI with our partner Margex here. It's up about 250% now. You can see that it went down for a while and then back up. Around here I opened it. It was up, but then it pulled back on me. We're back in the green now. I now have a $200 stop loss. I'll take the money here, and if it goes down, I'll thank you. If you're interested, there's a link to sign up for Margex below the text. You can go long or short. The market could go in any direction. I went long this time, and we'll talk about that in a moment. Not every country has it, and there's no know your customer KYC, but if you're interested, the link is in the text below. You can get bonuses if you use my link. When you sign up, you get $50, and when you put your first $100, you get another $50 that goes to your commissions. If you use my special code, you'll also get an extra 20% on your deposit. One more time though, please trade carefully. You might get rich, but you might also lose a lot of money. There were times when I made a lot of money and times when I lost a lot of money. So be careful with leverage and trade within your means. For example, if you only have $1,000 in your account, think about how much you're dealing with. The amount of money in your account is $100,000. The numbers are completely different, right? Once more, the link is in the text below the picture. I'll get some money as a reward. Thanks for that. So there are a lot of people in the community who sent me this picture, Tyler, right? Please tag me. Let's talk about how every time we reach these numbers, they keep going back, right? This will soon be 100,000, right? It's back as soon as we hit 74,000. Take deep breaths, buy high and sell high. Seeing 50,000 no more. Are you going to buy the dip? That was the last shake-up, right? In fact, it did break out here. There are only about 67,000 of them. Sure enough, that's where we are now. There are also people who are talking about shorting. Now Garrett Soloway is here to talk about how he is beginning to short Bitcoin. He has sold short before and the market kept going up. That doesn't mean that it's going this way or that way though. I'm just giving you all the options. I don't know, I'm not making money. It's hard for me to say where the market will go. I look at the numbers and the situation to try to figure out if we will be pushed back or not. That $68,900 is the next place where Bitcoin might run into trouble. That was the high point in 2021. As you can see, we could see some pushback there. When we let it run up here, it got as high as $70,000 and then pulled back, being able to close a candle above that level. We did have it in May, but we were sorry. In June and May, Bitcoin was above 68,000 for a while. It then hit almost 62,000 and didn't set a new high. There will be people who say, don't get too excited, we're going in the right direction. I was worried about this. But maybe we hit it and it pulls back. It could break if we hit it, right? We don't know. If you look at October, it should in theory go up. It doesn't mean that it will go up. Be careful then. You should have a plan, right? A lot of different things could happen. I'll write it down and tell myself, okay, if it crosses here, it's probably very bullish if this takes place, right? What am I going to do about things like that? What plan do I have to trade? In what zones am I going to be more or less aggressive? That's something you have to decide for yourself. If we look at Shiba Inu, we can see that it almost went over the 1900 range, which is where the high point was, and then it pulled back. Everything else pulled back except for SWI, which is where I was trading at the time. This is because Bitcoin and Ethereum both pulled back, so she may do the same. It's time for 5 minutes. As soon as it crossed over here, it got closer, right? Then all of a sudden, it began selling off. On the 1 minute chart, this was the 1348 EMA. I believe it took place because Bitcoin crossed. Yes, as you can see, there was a big candle when Bitcoin passed. Okay, there are a lot of algorithms that will trade based on the 1348 EMA. That is, as soon as it crosses, right, this big sell-off can be seen. It doesn't happen all the time though. It does cross over sometimes, right? Not only did this case show up, but it also went away. It doesn't mean that there will be a big buy or sell-off if it goes over. These kinds of things happen sometimes where it kind of crosses over a little, and then comes back. It's not always 100% accurate, but it gives me a good idea of what's going to happen in a very short amount of time. It seems like 5 minutes are more important. It also went over in the 5 minutes, as you can see. That gave us a little more. The stochastic RSI was also at its highest point, and it crossed over on the 5-minute time frame. This is a good sign that there will be a small drop in price. But once more, these are more day trading or short-term trading items and not very long-term trade items. It will be interesting to see. This is Benjamin Cohen. He says that the reason Bitcoin pairs are stuck in traffic on Struggle Street is that DXY is rising, which is causing net liquidity to drop. He doesn't think the trend will change until 2025, which is why Bitcoin's share of the market should keep going up until it reaches 60%. But this doesn't mean that crypto won't pump in general. Here, Benjamin is looking at what has happened in the past and comes to the conclusion that Bitcoin will go up while altcoins go up less quickly. This means that Bitcoin's power continues to rise even now, right? It's gone up by 0.2% more. Don't forget that there was a run up here. It was going strong until January 2021, when altcoins started going up a lot and it started to fall. But even here, when it went up in 19 and then started going down, altcoins also went through big changes. That being said, just because dominance is pumping doesn't mean that the rest of the crypto market isn't pumping too. For this reason, the numbers change because it's such a big part of Bitcoin and Ethereum. So it will be interesting to see if he's right, and that only flips until 2025, which could happen. That means that maybe Bitcoin goes up to 100,000 by the end of the year, and then money starts to leave Bitcoin for other cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin could go up, but not as quickly as the other cryptocurrencies. So I'm going to keep an eye on that for the next few months because it looks interesting. One more thing to note is that Bitcoin was worth 72,000 USD in March. It got all the way up to 20 in the Coinbase App Store, right? There's a lot of talk about it. Of course, there was that huge rise in March, along with the energy and everything. Like there were a lot